Hello viewers, here is an AT&T 5.8 GHz digital telephone. This is model EP5632. This is equipped with a Bluetooth, and it looks like, according to the manual, it's not a dual band. Which would kind of make sense because Bluetooth is 2.4, and if you have Bluetooth 2.4, and the cordless phone transmitting at 2.4, that's kind of a recipe for interference. But generally speaking, these 5.8 models from AT&T and or VTech were very rarely, if ever, single band phones. So this model is kind of an odd one out in that sense. Anyways, we have a missing cradle here. The first set that I bought of this, the base did not work, and so I bought a second base, and that happened to come with a handset. And so, because of the failure of the first base, a cradle deficiency has been created. But I believe these handsets will fit other cradles that I have because they seem to be a fairly standard shape at the bottom. So, we'll see what happens with that. I do have the quick start guide with it, as well as the full manual. So, let's take a look at these telephones. These do have color screens, and the screens actually seem like they're a decent resolution. And unlike a lot of the other color screen models that I've used, well, actually I shouldn't say a lot because there aren't that many, but these seem to have taken better advantage of the color screen than some of the other models. As you can see, everything has an animated graphic to it, and they're all pretty clear. These are the pictures it comes with. That's a very nice photograph. And so is that. I don't believe you can put any photographs into these. It does have quite a selection. You can see even up here at the top that little arrow changes when I press the down button. So it really did have a lot of good animations to it on here. We'll set this one for now. Okay. And it's flashing a line through that bell, so I think maybe the ringer's off. Let's see. It was. Okay. See what other ringtones it has. Almost the same set as the 5831. Here's some music. Why are these all so quiet? I don't know why the preview is so much quieter than what the set is. Actually got quite a few ringtones to it. I'm gonna go with this one. Looks like you could take two cell phones also. Goose! Onomatopoeia. The phone is ringing. Answer it.
Goose.
Onomatopoeia. What's your...
Goose.
Onomatopoeia. The phone is ringing. Answer it. Actually, that sounds like a pretty decent quality. I'm surprised by that. Okay, we have caller IDs in here? Yes, we do. I'm gonna go through and delete all the caller ID entries out of here. Okay, they've all, been deleted. Looks like this four-way button has several different functions. We'll set the time. It is 2:44. Okay, let's use a different handset. Only two of these have good batteries in them. The buttons aren't working too well on this one. That's interesting. It has a delete registration option right in the menu. The base is the same way. Very rarely do I see these telephones have that function in an accessible place. Usually they have it hidden somewhere behind some kind of a secret handshake. Let's see, do we have any messages on this thing? No messages, okay. I don't think we can do any of the programming of the answering machine on the handset. Oh, let's look at the animations that it has. Okay. Oh, it has the newer voice. I suspect this probably is relatively late in the 5.8 era. You can see there's no flashy labeling or any labeling at all on the handset for it being 5.8, which leads me to believe it probably came out in the DEC 6 era. Actually, it looks like on the manual it says telephones AT&T.com registered effective 3/4/08. So this is probably was purchased in 2008. Excuse me. Okay. Let's see here. The ringer appears to be off. Let's turn that on. The date. That goes back. Oh, that's weird. It's got it. It's in a foreign format. In 20. And it is 05/11, I think. What? No. 249. Okay. Here we go again. The delete handsets option is right there in the menu. And there's register handset. It's not a very loud ringer for a bass. It's playing them quiet again. I don't know why it's doing it with the preview. Aside from number 8, that is the same selection that's on the 5831. Okay, I do have my cellular phone here. Let's see if we can pair this. Active devices. Let's see, do we have any on here? There's an Alcatel on something or other. So let's delete that out of there and remove that. Okay. Now let's see. I have used this with the Panasonic phone before, and I've had mixed results with this. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm going to cancel that out of there for now. Yeah, we'll add a new device. And add. I don't know what that is. No, I didn't want to do that. I'm going to delete that. Replace it. What did it say? All paired devices are already connected. What in the world is that talking about? Okay, we may have to go into the manual here. Oh, maybe it's set up cellular, paired devices. Let's delete that. Delete all devices because we're done with those. Delete all paired, yes. Okay, that's fine. That can be 0000. Okay, set up cellular. Is this on still? To refresh on there. Okay. Next. Okay. What? Okay, we're gonna have to restart this cellular telephone here. Okay. That's usually what it looks like. You know, it has that weird 1008, whatever weird number thing when it doesn't work right, so I'm not really having hopes for this. Yeah, okay, let's try again. Oh, wait, there we go. Did it pair? No. And I think this is a problem with this particular cell phone, not necessarily the cordless phone here. This is the problem I run into with the Panasonic phone, and I usually have to go in here and remove this and do it a handful of times before it will work, which is kind of irritating. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, here we go with this again. Other than this Bluetooth nonsense, the cell phone has been pretty good. I think this is taking way longer than it should. We're going to try one more time, and then if this doesn't work, then that's that. We'll forget about this part of the video. Okay, I think that was successful that time, and there it goes. Okay, it's connected again. Alright. And now let's add the landline in as well. And after all that fiasco, let's ring these up.
The phone is ringing, answer it. Goose. Onomatopoeia.
Feedback Freak Show. Feedback Freak Show? Will there be a Feedback Freak Show? 1, 2, 3. There's not a Feedback Freak Show. The microphone does work. Okay. That was an interesting assortment of rings. I think I recorded another ring around here prior. Yeah, there we go. Okay. This one seems louder than the others. Yeah, so let's preview them at full volume. I don't know why the other two were so quiet. Okay, we never got to setting up the answering machine, so let's do that. Answering system. Turn this on.
Hello. Leave a message after the tone. Hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
That sounds like it's a very poor quality. Okay, that's fine for now. This is a testing memo. There's the microphone. They even had a fake indent for it, but I suspect it's really on the bottom. There it is, on the bottom. Goose! Okay, that's the memo. Number of rings. Do 6 rings. Call screening, get that out of there. Okay, don't want that on. Okay. Is it on? That's flashing. Alright, let's call it up again and I'll try to record a message.
The phone is ringing. Answer it. Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. The phone is ringing. Answer it. Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. The phone is ringing. Answer it. Goose. Onomatopoeia. The phone is ringing. Answer it.
Hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
The answering machine greeting on this particular answering machine sounds like a very deplorable quality. Hopefully that's not an indicator of how the messages are going to sound. I like how it said recording message on there.
2 new messages. May 11th, 3 p.m. This is a testing memo. There's the microphone, even a fake indent for it, but I suspect it's really on the bottom.
It's a nice display with all that information on there.
Today, 12:32 a.m. The answering machine greeting on this particular answering machine sounds like a very deplorable quality. Hopefully that's not an indicator of how the messages are going to sound. End of messages.
Well, the messages aren't terrible, but they're certainly not great either. Okay, let's make a call using the cell phone. So we're going to do cellular, and we'll call the time and temperature cold line.
Good afternoon. Warm, friendly, welcoming. That's just the security guard. See for yourself at a branch near you. People's United Bank N.A., member FDIC. Today is
working.
Monday, May 11th. People's United Bank, time 3:05. Shower
an isolated afternoon thunderstorm, high today upper 50s, clearing overnight, lows in the upper 30s with a northwest wind gusting to 30. Sunny skies on Tuesday, a high in the middle 50s, west winds gusting to 30.
Okay, so that seemed to work just fine. The quality is pretty poor, but that's a function of the cell phone, not necessarily the Bluetooth. Okay. Now we'll do an outside call on the landline so we can see how good the audio quality is. This handset being in there seems to really block a lot of the sound. Calling the Farmer Jones cold line.
Greetings from Jones Family Farms and Winery as we move toward mid-May. We have a lot of news to guide your experience when visiting the farm. First, we are physically open during the normal spring hours for the winery, Friday through Sunday, 11 till 5. However, for curbside pickup of bottle sales as well as pickup of packages, you can pre-order online at any time on our website, jonesfamilyfarms.com. Look for the link on our homepage to the new online wine store. Pickup occurs on Friday through Sunday from 11 till 5. You can also call in your order via telephone. The number is 475-777-2831. Again, our 24/7 via website, online wine store link on the homepage of jonesfamilyfarms.com, or call just here Sunday, 11 till 5 at 475. Stay connected with us. Our website and online wine store will have mention of any specials or new vintage releases that are coming. And to learn about them in advance, subscribe to our newsletter. At the winery, have your spring flying card punched for 3 visits and be entered in a drawing later this spring. Third, an update on... We are busy elsewhere on our farm with the many tasks of spring. We're spreading composted wood chips, mulch among the many Christmas trees we've transplanted from our nursery into the fields. It's a physically demanding task. The trees, vineyard, and strawberries...
That one sounds really good on the speakerphone. Did that transfer the time of the call between handsets? I've seen some VTech sets do that before. Let's see. Oh, I didn't hit 9, it's not going to get out. That's saying 5 seconds. Let's see what happens if I go onto this phone. It does not transfer it over. I thought maybe it did. Okay, never mind. I really like the way these handsets operate as far as what goes on the screen. There's the, we got a battery charging screen on there, animation screen. It's hard to see it, but there is like little dots around the battery. Okay, now I'll call the testing answering machine and we'll test the microphone. I'll turn that amplifier off because that's about to feedback, I think. Switch that over. Okay, I'm going to pause this while I do all the tests. Okay, I recorded all the testing messages. Let's have a lesson to them. Come on, zoom in, please. There we go.
3 new messages and 3 old messages. Message 1.
So the test. This is a test on the base speakerphone. Pick up the handset. It does not switch over to the handset, which I wish it did. Okay, this is the handset on speakerphone. The handset on the left, I forget which number it is. Speakerphone test. I'm going to put the handset on the table. Testing the speakerphone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now it's off speakerphone on regular talk mode. I am on the other side of the basement now. Testing near the water equipment. Okay, that will conclude this first handset.
Message 2.
The volume of this handset is better than the volume of the bass. Speakerphone off, phone mode. Okay, I'm at the this distance. Testing 1, 2, 3. Concluded.
That one was breaking up a little bit.
Message 3.
Testing. Testing in a normal use case on speakerphone. 1, 2, 3. Speakerphone off. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I am now near the water equipment. Testing 1, 2, 3. That will conclude this final testing message.
End of messages.
Okay, so the range is kind of limited on these. They did break up near the water equipment, which is only 2 walls and a bunch of junk in the shop, so oh well. I'm not terribly surprised. Because they're single band, they probably dropped the transmission power, I would expect, in order to conserve the battery life. That will conclude this video. There is some button issues. We have to take care of that. Seems like just the middle rows don't work for some reason. So we'll take care of that, and we'll clean everything up, and we'll get these ready to put into service.